What's up, everyone? This is Eric coming at you from Meet Robots. Today I want to talk about meditation and the importances of meditation and kind of my experience with it lately. To be honest, I've fallen off quite a bit. I haven't been staying on my usual schedule of trying to get at least like 15 minutes a day of just meditation. And my style for the original kind of meditation I was doing was I guess kind of the generic thing that you might think of when you think of meditation. Basically I would sit cross-legged, or what they call the lotus position. Very straight, tall, erect spine, very good posture, and my eyes closed. And then I would just try to become mindless and try to really sink into the moment, really focus on my breathing, deep, slow breathing, deep inhalation, kind of sighing out on the exhalation, and really trying to bring my focus to kind of my body position and try to stop thinking about stop that problem solving part of my brain. Up in our heads we're trying to analyze different situations and come up with solutions to all our problems and whatever task we were dealing with that day or the week or the month, all our goals and whatever. That is I think the main purpose of meditation, to get you out of that state and kind of just sink back into being relaxed and not really analyzing all the tasks that you have to complete that are on your mind. And it's very relieving. It's hard to get into that state, that kind of mindless state. And that was kind of one of the issues that I had with it and why I kind of stopped doing it in a sense. But what I think meditation really serves the purpose for is reflection, self-reflection, getting back at tuning yourself. Because what I read a passage out of Osho's book, one of Osho's books, and Osho says that in the East, in cultures like India and Asia, whether it's Buddhism or Hinduism, Taoism, that the purpose of meditation is to become very comfortable with yourself and kind of content with your own being, versus in the Western culture, we're very hustle and bustle. There's a lot going on in our days. We're very driven, I guess, to progress as a culture, progress in a technology sense. And we got a very type A mentality in the Western culture. And he even says that in Eastern cultures where they focus a lot on meditation, that they become dissociated with what he calls love. He thinks that if you're only very content with yourself, it's like achieving happiness, but without love. Versus in the West, there's also an imbalance where people seek experiences and relationships and different events to keep them busy all day, and they can't find that contentness within themselves. So it's like hysteria all the time. If you hear some cars, it's because I live next to a pretty busy road, so excuse those for me, please. So yeah, in the West, it's kind of very busy lives, very social, and not so much intrinsic. It's a very extrinsic environment that we live in, and I think he's right about that. I think he says some really good points as far as those two cultures on each side of the spectrum. And really, we need to be somewhere in the middle. So, as someone who lives in Western society, my life is my head's and my thought. I'm really caught up in daily tasks I have to execute, and it gets stressful. And that's why I think meditation is pretty big in the West right now. It's definitely part of, I guess, almost like a hipster culture. It's definitely part of a counterculture. It's not the mainstream, I think, to meditate. But I think Tim Ferriss says that 80% of all successful entrepreneurs and top-tier businessmen, 80% of them all do some form of meditation. And Tim Ferriss says, it doesn't have to be the strict kind of classic style of meditation that we think of that I kind of just described to you. But there's various forms of it, and I think the end goal is to be self-reflective, relax, take a step back, and find that contentness with yourself, and look into your inner being on like your value systems, and try to be very objective with where you're at in life, or where you're at in any situation in general. Lots of times our egos get in the way, and meditation is a great way to destroy those egos, or at least be aware of it when we are being egotistical. The ego can help us do a lot of things. The ego is what drives us to make decisions and do great things. And a lack of ego can just kind of make us lazy, like almost like a super hippie or like a stoner, someone who just like, it's all good, man. Like they don't really have that drive, that focus to really do anything great, and they kind of just let things happen to them. That's almost like an absence of ego. So there needs to be balance again. We're all about balance here at Meet Robots. And where I'm going with this is, be self-reflective, be objective in different situations that you put yourself in, and if you need to make change, then you need to make change. Evaluate the situation and live by the scientific method, so to say. Meditation helps us do that a lot. And lately, I've kind of been battling with trying to get outside more often, and it's really nice here upstate New York right now. And springtime's kind of coming to a close, and summer is coming around the corner. It's June 16th right now, or June 15th right now. I don't know, what day is it? It's June 15th. Summer's really close, June 21st. And I'm trying to be outside as much as possible, and a good way for me to be outside is to meditate outside. But I'm kind of not feeling the sitting down, my eyes closed, and being some sort of Zen master in that way. What I find is really helping me lately is going on walks. I'm really big into hiking and just walking in general, movement. We're all about movement here at Meet Robots as well. And walking is really nice because, one, let's talk about it in a physiological sense. Walking really helps drive down cortisol. It's a stress hormone that really does pretty nasty things to your body. You don't really need cortisol in modern day society. We don't really experience too many traumatic events and stressful situations, especially in America. But it's also a great way to keep fat down, especially if you're walking in a fasted state at kind of a quick pace. For those of you who are trying to lose some fat, that's a good way to do it. Wake up in the morning, be on a fasted state, don't eat anything, drink some water. Go for like a 20-30 minute walk at a pretty quick pace, and it's a good way to lose fat without really, it's good conditioning. Good for losing fat, like I've been saying, and doesn't really eat away any muscle mass, kind of like long distance running will do. It's a good way to get the blood pumping in the morning, a good way to get the blood pumping in general. So that's one thing on the physiological level why walking is nice. And second, on the meditation level, on the spiritual level, it really kind of gets those the gears turn in your head. It's like that creative energy where you walk, like you're moving. It kind of gets the thoughts flowing, gets the blood flowing, all that good stuff. Good deep breathing while you're walking. And I was going to record kind of this video while I was walking. My neighborhood's 1 mile loop, so that's pretty convenient. I was going to make a video when I was walking, but I figured, you know what? No, this is a time for self-reflection. This is time for me to get into that kind of like the alpha wave state and be reflecting on my life and just kind of taking it easy, not really working, but just kind of mellowing out the rest of my day, setting myself up for relaxation for the night. I've been working all day, so I'm trying to relax now. I'm trying to turn off that problem-solving part of my brain, and I think I'm going to continue doing that. I'm outside, I get to breathe the fresh air, I get to move my body. It's really nice. So if you've been thinking about meditation and you don't think you can sit still for 15 minutes, or you can't cross your legs, and you think, you can't cross my legs and I can't sit up straight, then meditation can't be for me, or you're jittery, you always got to be doing something, think about walking meditation. I think it's a great solution. It's kind of killing a bunch of different birds with one stone, and I think you should try it out. Start with maybe like a half-mile walk, or even just time it. 5-minute walk, go to like a 7, 8-minute, 9-minute, 10-minute walk. Progress in that way. Get outside, get moving, get relaxing, work on that spirituality, work on your self-reflection, become objective, and always keep it moving. Thanks a lot for tuning in. I know it's a long video, but something I want to say. Thanks.